we're gonna crack his claws. This guy, do you know how to crack them? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so both of these claws, in my opinion, are legal.
Oh! He just free! Oh!
Hey guys, I'm so excited. Today I'm going to do something that I have wanted to do since we moved down here, and that's go put out stone crab traps. I have wanted to do that since we've been here, and haven't got the chance to, and now I got a friend of mine who's a local captain down here. He's going to come on the boat, bring some of his traps, and show us all about how to put out stone crab traps. So I am jacked, can't wait for this. You guys go with us. Let's go put out some traps.
So today we're going to go out with our friend Nick, who has these awesome crab traps. And Nick, what is the plan for today?
All right, guys, so today we're gonna head out in the Florida Bay, and we're gonna throw these beautiful stone crab traps here. As a Florida resident, you can throw 5 per person. So we've only got 3 today, but that'll be just plenty to get us going. They've changed the regs this year, so now you've got to attach a number along with a name tag with some general information on it. And normally I like to use pig's feet for bait. Today we're going to use some leftover freezer burnt pork, and you know, anything will work. I've used fish, I've used cat food, just about anything will work. Hot dogs. So whatever you got in the fridge or freezer you want to burn up, throw it in the traps and catch some delicious stone crab.
Hey guys, to Nick's defense, so we were all having dinner last night and I kind of sprung this on Nick, so this is my fault. Nick has been doing this forever, he knows what he's doing, and I said, Nick, I want to go throw out some stone crab traps, and he said, oh, well, we go throw them tomorrow, but we were scrounging for bait, so I bet Nick would probably have us all set up with killer bait and stuff, so you guys don't be beating us up or beating Nick up for our bait and our crab traps. We're doing this spur of the moment, quite frankly, just to have something to do because we're all bored to death. So anyway, we're going to take you along with us. Come along for the ride. We'll check out how to put out these stone crab traps.
All right, so normally what we'll do is we'll kind of get you to keep it in gear and kind of head a direction, you know, and I'll throw the buoy, you know, you get that buoy trailing behind you, like so, and then we'll bait it, and then as soon as you like where we're at, it'll hit mark and I dump it, you know,
Gotcha.
Then we'll just kind of make a line.
So why do you like this area? Like what makes you pick this spot? What is it about the depth, or what's on the bottom, or?
You know, I guess that's a good question. I mean, I fished out here with my boss years ago. You know, we used to catch crabs out here. It's shallow, you know. The Gulf is kind of unique, where you got to run a long ways to get to good hard bottom, you know. So out here you're limited, there's not much. So if you throw some traps, you know, the premise, you know, what you're hoping for is that these crabs will be walking around and they'll find your trap and climb in it, you know. So there's really not much out here. There's a lot of lobster holes out here, and the crabs and the lobsters kind of share the same habitat. So, you know, that's what you're looking for. Generally, crabbing and lobstering both alike, you want to find hard bottom. You want good hard bottom. You don't want to throw this in the middle of the grass, you know, because what'll happen is it'll sink in the grass and nothing will find it, you know. You find a nice white sandy spot, you know, just like you're lobstering. Yeah. Exactly. That's what you want to do, generally. So. That's going to catch some crab.
What is that?
That's venison.
Venison that you killed?
Yep, some old venison I had.
Nick is an avid hunter of deer
Everything.
and boar and what else?
Yeah, turkey, deer. Yep, rabbit, anything. So here's a nice little sandy spot right here. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a toss, okay? That's got concrete in the bottom, so it's going to fall nice and flat. It won't roll and tumble, you know, that way you're your hole is on top, basically.
So how long was that rope that you put out?
So that rope's about 15 feet. Normally I make them about 25 for back here. Mm-hmm. If you're crabbing out in the ocean, you want them a little longer. Alright, so I like to get a nice amount of distance in between our traps. So we'll keep going a little bit farther. Okay. This has got to be on every crab trap. That's a special piece of wood, special thickness and material, and that's a sacrificial piece. That way if this line gets cut, which a lot of them do, you know, I lose about 3 to 4 traps every season. Just boats run them over, you know, they don't see them, you know, stuff happens. So they want to give the crabs a chance to get out. So that'll rot away usually before you know, they'll pass away. That's crabbing. That's it. Yep, this is one of my favorite things to do. I mean, if you're living down here in the Keys and you've got a saltwater fishing license, you better get yourself 5 crab traps, come out here, throw them. I mean, it's every time you pull them, it's like Christmas, you know? You never know what you're gonna get, you know?
Surprise.
Yep, exactly. We love it, you know? I've been doing this for 15 years. So
wow.
It's a blast.
That's awesome.
All right, guys, we are loaded up, and this is day 2 of our stone crab adventure. We put together our new traps. We got Nick and Nolan with us on the boat, and we're going to put out 3 new traps and go check the 2 that we dropped in the water. No, 3 that we dropped in the water the other day. So we're going to run around to the bay side, see what we get. Nick and Nolan back there rigging things up, getting ready. And we'll let you guys know how this comes out.
We made it through that okay. It's still pulling hard through here. Some days you come through here and it's just flat, calm, well, relatively for an inlet. But just depends on the time of day you come.
Alrighty. Good. East to west. Alright, here we go, guys. See you tomorrow. Nolan, why do you do it like that? Remember what I told you before? Remember? Don't do that.
Come on, big money. Nifty.
We got a little lobster. Got a baby lobster.
A baby lobster.
Yeah, look at that little guy. Baby lobster.
Well, grow up and get big, buddy, so we can catch you in a couple months. All right,
So
Nolan.
cute.
Grab us, grab me a chunk of bait. Right into it. Got it? Yep. This is our Frankenstein trap. I think we got a crab.
There you go, crab.
Yeah, we got a crab.
We got a
Come on
crab.
back.
Come on, see it.
Come on for the reveal.
All right.
Oh, we got a one claw.
Aw.
Yep,
A one claw McGraw there.
it is. Oh, bummer.
And then when you grab them, you want to grab them by the back legs. They can't get you if you grab them by the back legs, okay? That's the trick. That claw's his cutter. His other claw was bigger, obviously. That was probably the grabber. There's always a cutter and a grabber. Put him back.
Yeah.
All right.
Is the little one good?
Hold him over here where
Yeah.
I see him good in the camera.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna crack his claws. This guy, do you know how to crack them? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so both of these claws, in my opinion, are legal. They gotta be 2 3/4. So we'll go ahead and measure. Lobster, L, C crab, all right? So what you're doing is you're measuring from that first knuckle underneath to the tip of that bottom claw, okay? And he's legal by about 1/8 of a quarter of an inch,
Yep.
okay? That one's plenty big.
Yeah.
So that's his cutter and that's his grabber. See the grabber, see the lumps on it?
Yep.
So that's the cool thing. Now these guys, when you crack them, Nolan's holding them out like this to protect his fingers. When you crack them, you put them in and snap down. And that makes it so they live. Put his hands in. Yep. Set it down. Okay, and then that crab will grow back claws next year and he'll be good to go. Go ahead and throw him back, buddy.
That's a
I
good
didn't
one.
know you could take both of them at the same time.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can. Yep.
They actually say, I was seeing from other shows I was watching on TV that it's better to take both of them now they figured out.
Yeah, they just did some studies and that's come out in the last year or two. Yeah. They started letting you keep both claws when I started crabbing when I was 18. So this was, geez, what is that? 14 years ago. I believe they had just changed it. You know, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
I've been lucky. We've been taking 2 claws forever. You know, it's great. But this is one of my favorite things to do. You know, as you can see why. You pull them up and you never know. We got a lobster in the first one. I've had octopus. I've had little mini seahorses.
Fish.
So yeah, fish. We've had all types of stuff. So yeah, it's a real fun thing to do.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
All right, guys, so we got all our crab traps in the water, and we're going to get out here and see if we can catch a tarpon. Nolan got us some mullet today, and he's going to put a whole mullet on there and drift it back in this current right here in front of the bridge. See what we can get.
That tarpon ain't happy. He's just pulling. Oop, 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 oop. Nope, you're good, you're good. Set it? Got it, bro. You got
Go.
it.
All right.
Oh,
Yes,
it came
baby.
off. Oh,
That's all right, bro. Hey, you did good, bro.
wow.
Man, that was it, guys. That was it.
That one back up.
He was hooked.
Got him,
There
buddy.
you go, baby.
Ooh, that's my dog. My buddy. That's my buddy.
Oh, yeah.
That's my buddy.
Better get off anchor here.
I know. I'm getting on it, bud. That's our tarpon, guys.
We're not going to get off country. You got to stop him.
Tighten your drag, buddy. Just 2 clicks. All right. That's our tarpon.
Yeah. He's going to make the bridge. He's going to get off country.
Oh! He just bring. Oh!
Holy
He
crap.
just smoked it. He smoked.
Slow him down.
Golly.
Slow him down, brother.
buddy. Oh!
What
Did you
was
see him?
that?
It was a tarpon.
It was tarpon?
Yeah.
I saw something jump.
It
but I
was a
couldn't see
tarpon.
it.
Yeah.
Get him, boy. Get him.
Yes.
Get him, buddy. Yeah.
I like a nurse shark or something.
That might be. It's all right. Let's see what we got. You're getting them now. Nope. There you go.
Shark.
Yeah.
Dang.
That was a tarpon on this one, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a tarpon. We all know it.
That.
Somehow I'm gonna want it.
Dude.
I think it might have been a shark. You know,
Yeah.
they didn't really give us any jumps. Took a long run, took a few long runs, and then for a minute there, I was kind of just dead weight. So
Yeah.
don't know for sure, but I think it was probably a shark.
It's okay. Noli's been mating with me since he was barely able to hold a rod.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've had him out here working with me when he was 11. So this dude right here, he's my buddy. We work good together. We don't even have to talk, you know. We know what each other wants and needs, and it's nice.
What does it feel like, Nolan?
No. Maybe a jack or something?
Yeah. You want that out the way? Ain't that little? What about 5, 6?
Yeah.
5? You can give it some cranks, a couple cranks, but if you want. Look at that guy. That's a sunset shark right there. Woo-wee! Get him up here.
What do we do?
Get him up as close as you can and walk up that way, and I'll get as much leader back as we can. Where'd them gloves go? Show him who's boss.
He already knows.
Oops, there it goes.
Oh, there it is. They said thanks for dinner.
Yep.
Well, guys, as you can see, the sun's setting behind us. Beautiful scene here, right by the 7 Mile Bridge. Nolan just got that nurse shark. We're hoping to get a tarpon on. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. So we're going to head back to the house, go back, maybe get us a couple stone crab claws for dinner here. Well, guys, somehow I got back off the boat and completely forgot to film a closing to our video. I hope you enjoyed seeing about catching stone crabs. I know we didn't catch much, but we've got more traps out in the water, and maybe in a couple of days we'll go pull those, and I'll show you what we get in those traps. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. I certainly did. Thanks Nick and Nolan for going with us and showing us all this cool stuff. Laurie and I cooked the 2 stone crab claws, and we froze them, and we're going to wait till we get us a good pile of them together and have a nice dinner one night. Anyway, thanks for joining us on Gables on the Go. Make sure you like and subscribe on our channel if you enjoy our content. Come back and check us out, and we'll see you next time.